So hello friends, and in the last video we saw the problem on array of pigeonhole principle and we understood that problem completely. Now in this video we will see its code. Like, it's pretty simple. If you have understood the logic, I will highly recommend you guys to try it out first and after that move to the code part. But if you have tried and want to see the code, let's jump into it. So first of all, I will input my n size of the array. Then I will make an array to get its elements. It will be 1 based. Then I will make the array of prefix sums, as I said, and at every step I will do mod n, because as I said that I need to do mod n. So I will make this array of prefix sums. I will do its mod n so that to get these values. So as you can see that I am entering my element, which means that I'm inputting my array, and every step I'm calculating its prefix sum, and I'm also doing its mod n because it's necessary. Now when I have obtained this array, now what I need to do is I need to check, okay, I have 0. Now if I get another 0, which means that if the index of this is 0, if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so if by anyhow, see, if let's suppose if I'm seeing for 2, so I have obtained 2 at index 1. Now at any other index, if I'm obtaining 2, which means that it is repeating. So I need to see, okay, the 3 will be the range last and the range starting will be 1 plus 1. As I showed in the last, that why I'm doing plus 1. So as you can clearly see that if I have obtained a 2 and if I'm going for another 2, so it will be R and the L will be nothing but the index of this plus 1. So as you can clearly see that if I'm going from here to here, because L was here, but I'm saying L plus 1, and I showed you why I'm doing L plus 1 in the last video. So I will do nothing, but at every stage I will keep the index of this value, which means that initially, see, as you can clearly see that I am moving from 0 to n, which means that I'm moving from this element to the last element. So I will check, okay, if the value 0 is in my map. If it is not, okay, I will mark my MP of 0 as 0 because I have obtained it as 0. Next, I will move to the next element, which is 2. Is it in my map? No. So MP of 2 is nothing but 1, its index. Now I will move to the next element, which is 0. MP of 0. Oh, 0 is already in my map. So what I will do simply is I will do nothing, but I will check, okay, I am on the 2 right now, index 2, and my MP of 0, which means that my 0 is already in the map and the MP of 0 value is 0. So my range is nothing but the value this plus 1, which means 0 plus 1 up till the value 2, which means my range is from 1 to 2. So I will just output elements from 1 to 2, which means 1, 2. Understanding? I'm doing the same thing here. Although in the problem you are set to find the indexes, but here I am just finding the range, right? So although you can show the the values as well, which means that you can simply iterate from the value this up till the value this, but actually here I just showed you the range. Although you can also find each index as well. It's pretty simple. You can just look through it. So yeah, here I showed you the range L to R of that array which I showed you here. So it was the pretty simple code that if I have the element in my map, I will just output the range. If it is not in my map, I will just input in my map. So it's all for this video, and in the next video we will see another problem, because see, the problems on the arrays are near what the same, but like only the small thing will change and the small thing he will ask. So yeah, we will see another modification of problems in array which will use pigeonhole principle in it. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Until then, be happy coding. Bye.